Hello, my friends. Welcome to CJ Reads. I am CJ, and today we are going to be, I am going to be talking about the Gwendy's Button Box trilogy. It is written by Stephen King and Richard Chismar, and they both did a fantastic freaking job. I'm gonna start off with the fact that this is going to have spoilers in it because I'm going to talk about what I remember from the book, how it made me feel, and all that good stuff. So, with that, let's get into it. Okay, so starting out, first book is Gwendy's Button Box. I don't have the physical copies here because I got them from the library, so no, don't remember what I rated it. I think I rated it a 4. I was looking through my Instagram yesterday. I should have been more prepared, but I'm not. But it's okay. This is my first review on a series that I've completed. It's so much fun. Like, to read a series is one thing, to be immersed in a world, but to read a completed series and to talk about it is something different. It just feels different. It's wonderful. So, Gwendy's Button Box. It follows a 12-year-old Gwendy, and she's, always been a good kid. She's got good grades and all that good stuff. She's a little big for her age, but what 12-year-old isn't? She finds a box that delivers chocolates and silver coins. The chocolates are magic. It doesn't really say specifically what it does, but I believe that it does whatever the eater of the chocolates wants it to do. Um, so for her, it was being thin, being popular, all the stuff that a 12-year-old middle schooler to high schooler wants and needs. So it starts out with a man named Ferris, and I say man loosely because he is pretty much the guy on the cover, the top hat guy, and he his name is Ferris, and he gives her the button box and says, "I entrust you with it." Um, there are several buttons that are harder to press, and one big black button. So the buttons represent the different countries in the world. Something bad happens, like it's like a reset. You push one of the buttons, and they're really hard to press. I believe in the first one she had to press one of them. And the button box is a little magical, and it feeds off of whoever has its emotions. So, um, I believe one of her friend from school dies because of something I can't remember what. I will say all the chapters in this series are short, and I love it because there's nothing more than reading a 200-page chapter and just sitting there and just going like, when is it going to end? And there's another thing reading a 3-page chapter and going, wow, and like just keeping you on your feet because at that point you're like, one more chapter, one more chapter. I can do one more chapter. Um, so yeah, what was I saying? But yeah, it's a lot of responsibility and stuff like that. And I believe he does take it away again. He takes it away after high school or something. So then we get to Gwendy's magic feather, second book of the series. Now, I was confused to why he named it Gwendy's magic feather, but I think there is something that has to do with it in the first book about a magic feather. I think he replaces the magic feather with the button box or something weird like that. Anyway, the magic feather follows her when she's 30. She got the button box one day out of the blue when she was 30. Ferris came up to her again and was like, hey, I need to entrust you with it. You're one of the only people that I can trust. Um, so her mom was dying of cancer, so she starts feeding her little chocolates, magic chocolates, you know. And her mom passed cancer and lived 10 or so more years. Um, and that one, I believe I rated it a little lower because I had no idea what was going on. It was that in between novel, and I was just like, it was a little political for me because she was in office and she was doing this and that. But it was cool seeing how your mindset changes when you become an adult from a kid. Because when you're a kid, you don't care about the consequences of the world, really. Like, you do a little bit, but you don't care at all about it. In the second book, she finds that she is faced with the decision and with the choices of either getting the chocolate, getting the silver dollar, all that good stuff. So that's the second book. The third book, this one, Gwendy's Final Task, follows her when she's 65. She has early onset Alzheimer's. She is forgetting things, and we know that the button box had come into her life um, before this novel, but after the second novel. So in that timeline, um, a bunch of stuff happened. Her husband dies in Derry, which is the town, fictional town that it is set in. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now, in this one, we find out that someone is after the button box, and not just someone, but aliens. Creature aliens that aren't human, people of chaos, they are after the button box and they want to take it from Gwendolyn. In fact, they had asked a human who was on Gwendolyn's spaceship to take it from her, and she ends up killing him. But he was an asshole, so I didn't mind that. I think it ties it up very well in the fact that Wendy has been the only person that Ferris had trusted the button box to consecutively and consistently. In this book, we find out that there's been several owners of the button box in between her 30s and her 60s, and they have all died because they had been like, the more you push it, the more you get the chocolates, the more tempting it is to push one of the buttons that will destroy Africa, destroy this, destroy that. And not only that, but the big black button that she doesn't ever want to push. She finds herself wanting to push it because she's like, what's the point? Later, she comes to a realization that both her and the button box needs to go. So that's what happened. In a great act of self-sacrifice, she decides to take her and the button box and just because that's what needed to happen. And I thought this was a good wrap up for the novel. Because it leaves no loose ends. It leaves no what ifs. A lot of series, even at the end, leaves a lot of what ifs, just in case the author wants to come back and create more books on it. I like it that they did not. They tied it up perfectly in a bow and put it on the shelf. And I thought that was a perfect ending to a already completed piece. I give this whole series a 3 out of 5 stars because the plot line was easy to follow. The button box was easy to follow. It's a little magical and a little scary at the same time, because what if the world relies on a box that you have, like, and you're in control? Like, what if, like, so many people would do the wrong decisions? Would we as human beings make the right decision, make the same decision that Gwendy has made all these years when she has owned the button box? It's really cool to think about that and to brainstorm into that. Not only that, though, whoever they got to illustrate this book is pretty awesome, because there's like, that's not a cool one, but I mean, there's like that one, and then there's this one's good. This one apparently is the bad guy, the guy that wants the button box to create chaos and stuff. So, but yeah, this was a good series, and this is my first like video series wrap up. So I thought that was really cool to be able to be on this journey to finish a complete series of books and to talk about it at the same time. It's really cool, and I enjoyed it very much. So if you have read this series, please, 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 please comment down below what you thought of this series. I want to talk to someone about it. Tell me what you thought. Now, this, again, if you've made it this far, obviously there are spoilers. Okay, so there are spoilers. I'm going to put that in the title. I'm going to put that everywhere. So tell me what you think. Please, 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 please comment down below. Share, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. In my description bar, I have my Etsy store, I have my Discord. You can buy me a coffee. But yeah, I love doing this, and I love being here, and I love reading books. So all of it is a love, and I love it all. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.